My name is Lacey, and I am doing Friday's Day. So this week's topic was introductions and such. So I'm going to tell you guys about myself, I guess. I'm almost 20. I go to school in Olympia, which is in Washington for those of you who don't know. Facts about me, right? I've traveled a lot. My dad's a pilot for what used to be Continental and is now United. I've traveled to 21 countries, I think is the count. I've kind of lost track. I have to write them down again. Yeah, so traveling's always been a really big part of my life ever since, even before I was born, I've been flying. So planes and me kind of go hand in hand. What else? I spent my last year of college in India and in the Caribbean. It was during a gap year. I was in India for 10 weeks and in the Caribbean for 3 months, which is 12 weeks. In India, I was studying culture and religion. In Caribbean, I was doing a very bad archaeology internship. I decided I don't want to do archaeology at all. I got a nice tan. That was about it. I got to help excavate bones. That wasn't as cool as it sounds, really. I'm currently working on a novel that has over 26,000 words, which is farther than I've ever gotten on any project, pretty much in my life in terms of creative aspects. Yeah, it's been over a year since I started it now. And I'm kind of on again, off again with it. I'll write tons for a while, and then stop, and then write tons more. And so I'm hoping to have it finished by sometime next fall. I don't know. We'll see. I am a UU, which, for those of you who don't know, is Unitarian Universalist. And put it in a nutshell, we are a non-denominational religion. We have our beginnings in Transylvania. No, we have nothing to do with vampires. It formed from two separate religions, Unitarian and Universalism, hence the name. We follow the teachings of Christianity, Judaism, Buddhism, paganism. We do lots of different stuff, and it's really for anyone who's looking for a more liberal, more open religion, you should check it out. And there is an online forum for those of you who don't have a UU church anywhere near you, and I can provide that link for you down in my description. I write songs. I only really started last year. I'd written some things when I was a kid, but I don't really count that. I've written several pieces with lyrics, some good, some terrible. And I've also written a couple of pieces without any lyrics that are just orchestral pieces. They're not very good, but it makes me proud and it makes me happy, so. I have 3 siblings, 2 of which are older, and they both live on the East Coast in Maryland. And I have a younger brother who was adopted from Haiti when I was 10. I lived in Ohio for 10 years. I moved there when I was 8 and lived there until I finished high school. And that was because of my father's job and where his base was. And after that I went to India, and over Christmas break after that fall semester, my parents moved back to Washington State, which is home. I put home in quotes because my mom grew up in Alaska, my dad grew up in Florida, and neither of their parents were from there, so we're not really from anywhere. I taught myself how to speak Japanese. Poorly, I must have been. I'm taking a class right now to help me get back up to speed. And I taught myself how to play the piano. I've also taught myself how to draw. I like teaching myself things. I love learning about mythology and stuff. Yeah. As you can tell by my rambling, my tastes are random. I blame my brother for my sci-fi interest. I just recently finished not Torchwood, Doctor Who. I've watched tons of Star Trek. I've watched all of Star Wars many times, probably more than my brother. It's kind of scary, really. And I also love fantasy. Harry Potter was a huge part of my life. I know, big surprise. I also love fantasy work by other authors, and and as well as those two very nerdy categories, I also love really contemporary work. I loved Da Vinci Code and the work by Dan Brown, but you have to take it with a grain of salt. And I love the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo series and several other pieces. Any of Mitch Albom's works, especially Tuesdays with Maury, are excellent. Yeah, I just have really random taste. I have really random taste in music. I like a couple of pop songs here and there, and then I like pagan music. I like instrumental. I like Broadway. I don't like hard rock, metal rock, and I don't like rap. And unless it's a song that is quote unquote country that sounds nothing like country, I don't like country. And my last one. This is more of a plug suggestion. I was trying to think of what else I could say. Um, One of my favorite things in the entire world is a graphic novel series called Strangers in Paradise. And it's about a relationship between two women who met when they were in their early teens in high school. And they meet again years later. One of them has been through hell emotionally, physically, and the other one has been raised as the all-American girl wanting the dream home, the dream husband and stuff. And the series relates around not only their relationship but the crime life that one of the women is involved in and the man who falls in love with her. And it'd be ruining the series to tell you much more than that, but it's excellent. It has 6 book parts that are also kind of split into different smaller books depending on what kind of type of book you buy. They're by Terry Moore, and I can put that description down in my link as well. They are excellent for people who are LGBT and for anyone. I absolutely recommend them. Yeah, so I think that's everything. I'll end this rambling introduction, and I'm not exactly sure yet what the topic is for next week. I'm recording this early, so I guess we'll find out as the week continues. Thanks for watching.